I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today.
When I think of Dr. Martin Luther King, I think of a leader, a strong-minded, positive person here in America who fought for equality and for everybody to come together, a peacemaker, just a helping hand to others when needed.
He has set an example for us so that it only takes one person to make a major change in the world. And I think if people realize that, then a lot of people could be a leader in their own right and make people make changes in their lives to better the world.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted. Every hill and mountain shall be made low, the rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together.
The change since my childhood's been enormous, of not being able to go to school together, not to go to the same bathrooms together, and so forth, to the point that we are looking at each other based on what he said, based on the content of your character and the kind of person you are.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
His legacy has taught me to treat people the way I want to be treated and respect people the way I want to be respected. And I try to pass that on to my children, and I hope they pass that on to their children.
If we forget his legacy, we start falling into a lot of the stuff that has been going on recently, where people start to feel that they're not being treated the right way, or because of their skin color or their nationality, that they are lesser. But because of his legacy, we have to remember that that's not true.
Looking back on some of the crazy things that happened in those days, I really couldn't imagine having to endure all the hardships that black people had to go through, all of the crazy things that they were faced with. But seeing that as though we've progressed so much, I can really appreciate all the things that those people lay down their lives just to be able to give us the freedom that we experience every day.
Free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
I think what inspires me is how courageous he was and how bold he was in following his dream and making that movement start, you know, and until this day that movement's still going.
The beliefs that he had, he knew what was right, and he wouldn't let anybody else tell him that he was wrong, you know, because he was right. And I think that is very admirable, that no matter what was going on around him, that he stood up for what he believed in.
He was a big part of the progress and the history moving forward. A lot of times, a lot of the social issues that go on today aren't really, they seem to not be as relevant, and I feel like you need that reminder. It's very important that you not forget our past and incorporate the things that he did and installed in society today going forward.
Jayhawks are black, white, brown, and every other color and race and ethnicity in between. But when we put that jersey on, when we put our uniform on, it says Kansas, we're a family. Race plays absolutely no part in how we see each other.